Hi guys, today I wanted to talk about something you should avoid when buying Colocasia or alocasia. Basically, the cutting that you should avoid buying. In my opinion, you could you could buy it, but if it was me, I would avoid buying that. I would not buying those alocasia or Colocasia cuttings. Both alocasia and colocasia, they have, when they grow old, about a year or two, they would have the thing that's called corm. I suppose there it is. I don't know if you can separate it with the soil mix or not. There it is. That's the corm. And then the shoot grows from the corm. Now, what I mean by what you should avoid, the cutting that you should avoid, is like this. See? It used to be a full corm, like egg shape or something like that. And this, I am the one who cut it myself. I cut it off so we could propagate it and have one other plant. If you have seen my old videos, this is the same plant, the same macrorrhizos white variegated that you used to see, but it's now smaller, much smaller, because I cut the corm in half and then propagate this and the corm. And yeah, this is something you should avoid buying for alocasia or colocasia. This plant is about I think it's about 60 at the tallest, 60 centimeters, around 50 to 60 centimeters. That take really long time to grow, about 3 to 4 months if I remember correctly. It will stunt the growth a lot if the corm has been cut like this. So if you come across something like this, actually this corm, I can even cut it more, like over here, and then propagate this part and then propagate the corm again. But I wouldn't do that. This, I cut the corm in half. It takes 3-4 months already. Imagine if what you got is just like the cutting from over here and above. Now the corm itself will grow much faster than the plant, than the shoot. So if you see the shoot that has a huge cutting like this, that's the mother plant, and it will take you very long time to grow, while somebody that got the corm would have more chance of having more than one plant growing out from the corm, and faster too, because the root system are, as you can see here, they're all in the corm, not in the plant, not in the shoot. Okay, so yep, the people who got the corm will have a quicker. People who have the corm would need to spend much less time growing that plant. Actually, this mojito over here, do you see the corm? This one, I bought the corm, and look what I have now. It's even taller, and it has a bunch of babies already. Now the corm, this size is about 1 to 2 years, depending on fertilization or your soil. But as you can see here, I bought the corm. My plant is significantly taller. Look at the leaf size. Look, it's bigger. And this is like less than a month old. And this alocasia, this guy over here, 3 to 4 months old. This guy about a month. This mojito about a month from the corm. This cut the corm away, well, at least half the corm, and it stunted the growth really much. So this is one thing you should avoid, and I don't think anybody would talk about it much, because if you're a seller, you don't want maybe people don't know about it much, or the seller just don't want to tell you. But yeah, just my experience, and just want to warn you when you planning to buy alocasia or colocasia. Like I said, if you could, between the corm, full corm, and the shoot that the corm has been cut off, choose the corm. It will grow rapidly, much quicker than you buy the shoot with a little corm left. What you should look out for is a huge cutting like this. If you see a big surface area like this, that means the corm has been cut. It's an old plant. In order to have the corm this size, it needs to be about a year old. So it's an old plant already. I mean, if it still have the corm, it will produce the baby normally, but all the energy is in the corm, not the plant. So if you get the shoot, this shoot, it needs time to have new roots and all the new system to suck all the nutrients and water and food. So it will be much slower than getting the corm and replanted like the mojito. And that will be all for today. Hope it is useful to you. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.